Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Ebel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and join me today for this super easy vegan cheese sauce. This recipe is whole food plant-based, no oil, and is made from potatoes and carrots. I have a recipe very similar to this that's a couple years old, so I decided to update this with my new technique using my Instant Pot and my immersion blender. In the past, I've used russet potatoes in this recipe, but I think I've decided that the gold or yellow potatoes give it a little bit of a smoother texture. So I'm going to use between 6 and 8 of these gold potatoes, kind of depends how big they are. I'm gonna scrub those and peel those right now, and then combine them with about half a bag of baby carrots in the Instant Pot. I did 7 potatoes. Now I'm going to put this and the half a bag of carrots in the Instant Pot with some water. So usually a 16-ounce jar of water is enough to steam everything and then also blend up the cheese, but sometimes I do need to add a little bit more water. And then I say pressure cook. Go to the potato option, turn off, keep warm, and start. So the Instant Pot will preheat and then it will pressure cook for, I believe, 30 minutes. If you don't have an Instant Pot, you can just simply boil the potatoes and carrots on the stove. I believe it usually takes me about 40 minutes when I boil them on the stove. So I'm going to gather up my spices and be back in 30 minutes when the cheese is ready to blend up. The timer just went off and it's only been about 15 minutes of pressure cooking, so let's see if these are done. I should have cut the potatoes in half. The potatoes are not quite done. So I think I just want to do another 5 minutes. Custom, 5 minutes, start. 5 minutes later. Oh yeah. Potatoes are done now. So you can kind of see over there the water's almost up to that number 1 line. I think this is a good amount of water to make a good cheese sauce. If I'm ever not sure, I'll drain some of the water out because you can always add more water back in. I'm going to attempt to measure out my ingredients and then I'll give the cheese sauce a taste, see if I need more of anything. That's the thing about this cheese sauce. It totally depends how many potatoes you got, how much water you got in there. I feel like it tastes a little bit different every time I make it. So the ingredients you must have for this cheese is nutritional yeast and salt and pepper. With just these 3, you can have your basic cheese sauce. Might be a little boring, but that will do. I also think garlic powder and onion powder are pretty essential, so if you have those, I think that really kicks up the flavor from just the 3 basic ingredients. And then I love when my cheese has a little bit of a smoky flavor, so I might do either smoked paprika or liquid smoke, kind of depending on my mood. Today I think I'm going to do just a teeny bit of each. And then finally you need a little bit of acid in this. I used to use lemon juice, but one time I made it taste way too lemony, totally turned me off. So I started using jalapeno slices and a little bit of jalapeno juice. I'm going to start with half a cup of nutritional yeast, but I might add more. Okay, that's a little bit more than half a cup. I usually just grind the salt right in there, but I did measure out 1.5 teaspoons, but we'll see how that goes. About a teaspoon of pepper, but a little bit more might have gotten shooken in there when I was filling the spoon. 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, about a half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. This is almost gone, so I just kind of finished it off. And then about a half a teaspoon of the liquid smoke. I like it spicy, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some jalapeno slices right to it. That was like 7 jalapeno slices. And now I'm gonna do a tablespoon of jalapeno juice. And then in a blender, food processor, or immersion blender, we're gonna blend this all up. Taste test number 1. Needs more salt. I like the garlic, the smokiness, the spiciness, but it needs a little more salt. So I'm not gonna measure, I'm just going to do some more salt. Maybe another teaspoon. Taste test number 2. That's the stuff. How good does that look? OMG! So for me, it's the nutritional yeast and salt that really truly gives it the cheesy flavor. If I don't think it tastes cheesy enough, I usually add a little bit more salt, and if I still don't think it's right, I'll add a little bit more nutritional yeast. And you don't have to use this cheese sauce just as sauce, which of course it is delicious on vegetables and potatoes and things like that. But it's also super good if you mix it with salsa and make a queso, and can use it on all kinds of different Mexican dishes. And it's also great as a soup base. I love to make broccoli cheese soup with this, maybe add some extra potato chunks. I also love to use it in things like my cheesy hash brown casserole, enchilada casserole, basically anything that's gonna keep me warm this fall. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. I hope that you enjoyed this recipe, and I'll see you in my next one. Be well.